world of art is far bigger than most people realize. It's more than just pencil drawings or paint on a page. Art is involved in every facet of our lives, and to discover what the meaning of art is, one must explore what people do with their creativity.
I made that.
I think I'd like to do that too.
Sit on the chair and it'll probably be squeaky. We were on a trip with my parents, and we were at a barbecue restaurant of all places, and they were selling these like cake cups, and it was just like layers of cake and icing, and I was like, hey, I could totally do that, right, and make some money, and I could make it cute. And so when we got home, I started doing it. And I think a funny story is, like, even in kindergarten, I asked someone else to cut out the shapes for me and offered them my fishy crackers in exchange because I was afraid I would mess it up, right? Or because I wasn't an artist. And so anyway, I think starting cakes was such a big deal for me because it was an art form I didn't even think was art, because you don't really think about cakes being art, I guess, or at least I didn't. And so I just found it, like, for some reason I can like make really intricate designs on a cake, but I can't draw, right? So it's like art is a bunch of different things, right? And I don't think you have to like confine it to, you know, singing or movie making or painting. Art can be whatever expresses yourself. Trying it for myself and, you know, watching others create this art that I admired, and so just start, do it, right? Don't be afraid, and who knows what will happen. And in my case, the Lord blessed it, and it's just been so fun, and I love it. So, yeah.
During college, the only thing I did musically was at my church, and so I was actually developing my ability to play by ear, so to speak, and not be bound by the music on the page. Taking piano all those years, I got to be a very proficient sight reader, and so I could play pretty much anything that you place in front of me. Well, I mean, Lisa and I both, but of course she's the one that has the degree in music, in choral conducting, and I'm just a good musician, and of course I always wanted to support her. But we thought, well, there are enough people who would like to sing, and she certainly likes to develop singing skills, and so we thought, well, why not? And started with 9 kids, a long time ago, 15 years ago, in a high school choir only, and then it just grew from there. It's a God-given need to appreciate beauty, appreciate creativity, appreciate what other people can do as well as what you yourself can do, because there's enjoyment not only in viewing or listening to things that are considered art, but there's great enjoyment in participating and lending your own creative talents to art. For us to come together on any particular morning during a rehearsal and hammer things out and just make it the best it can be. It's a great satisfying feeling, you know you've done your best in the area of art, and you're really doing it all for the creator of art, who's God, who created us all and who, gave us all these wild ideas about what to do concerning art, concerning music, concerning, finding pleasure in things that you can do with your hands or with your mind, or with your talent. So.
It was my senior year of high school, right at the end, when it was kind of like, you gotta choose something, and I was just really thinking, where do I picture myself in the dance world? Like, where does God have me, and what kind of impact do I want? Because I think when you choose a career, you're either thinking, how much money am I gonna make, or what impact am I gonna make? And I think back to when I first started teaching, and it was really just situations that I was kind of thrown into, right? Like when there was an opportunity or kind of a situation where someone needed assistance for a class, or my mom runs a choir and she started to need choreography for her songs to go along with. So as a teacher, I think there's just such a special joy of seeing, hey, I taught that kid that step, or they were really working on that for a long time and they got it, and there it is on stage. And so I think there's something about seeing the growth that is just really beautiful that I loved about teaching. It's not about, you know, what I'm getting out of this. It's about what am I giving? You know, what is the audience? What am I giving the audience, or what am I giving to the Lord? You know, it's a dance between me and the Lord. And I think even in that, it's the beauty of dance is that it's never a solo act. What does art mean to me? I think that for me personally, it is because I find so much connection to the Lord through art, because he is a creator, right? And we were made in his image to create. And I think so many people think of art, I mean, you know, there's the technical term of it. Yes, art is like painting, dancing, photography. I mean, those are very tangible things of art, but it's art, you know, creating a work of art, creating something. We all create every day. It's something that you make, and I think that is something that is in everybody.
The McGees are just so dedicated to everyone here, and they love everyone, and their love for Jesus is so inspiring.
They're always so sweet and optimistic and make you feel good about yourself.
Very patient and kind and loving, and they really let the light of Christ shine through all of our lives.
Amen! 100%!
And she was my favorite dance instructor ever. She's so good at everything she does, and I love Miss Lisa. She's such a great choir director, and they're my favorite teachers here.
The McGees have been just such a light and like life to people and me personally.
They really are just like the most patient people ever, especially Lily when she's teaching us all the dances, and Miss Lisa when she's trying to get us to sing the right choir notes. It really has just shown me how amazing a teacher really can be,